we're going to read on the left, and we're going to try to highlight any other surrounding subject-verb pairs or the subject for this verb to try to identify what the correct usage should be before we even look at the answer choices. Featuring jagged peaks of black ink surrounded by hazy swirls of blue and green paint. That's wonderful, but it actually is just a descriptor, so we can highlight this in pink and say it's not going to affect our main verb down there. I'm just going to say ZD's 1983 painting, Panorama of Mount Lu, is inspired by the tradition of QS. Again, not going to pronounce things I cannot pronounce mentally. A type of Chinese landscape painting, blank by the use of blue and green hues to depict ethereal otherworld landscapes. So, the painting, the use is singular. So a type of Chinese landscape painting, and it's got to be just kind of described, to be honest. We might recognize that it's not going to be has been characterized because it is inspired right here in the prior part of the sentence. So get rid of A, get rid of B. Now we have to decide whether we want to just describe it as characterized or create a new subject-verb pair. Well, if we create a new subject-verb pair, we're going to create a run-on. So characterized is going to fit in here to make sure that this final clause or this penultimate clause actually, because there's another comma down here. There's a lot of commas in some of these sentences. But characterized is going to properly make this blank a descriptor rather than an actual predicate. We probably would want to reread this into the sentence because the words themselves are changing just to confirm an overall narrative cohesion. But in the interest of time, we'll hit back at this point.